Judges chapter 7, chapter of the day. Gideon got up early the next morning. All his troops were right there with him. They set up camp at Harod's spring, the camp of Midian was in the plain north of them near the Hill of Moreh. God said to Gideon, "You have too large of an army with you. I can't turn Midian over to them like this. They'll take all the credit, saying, 'I did it all by myself,' and forget about me. Make a public announcement. Anyone afraid, anyone who has qualms at all, may leave Mount Gilead now and go home." 22 companies headed for home. 10 companies were left. God said to Gideon, "There's still too many. Take them down to the stream, and I'll make a final cut. When I say, 'This one goes with you,' he'll go. When I say, 'This one doesn't go,' he won't go." So Gideon took the troops down to the stream. God said to Gideon, "Everyone who laps with his tongue the way a dog laps, sits on its side, and anyone who kneels to drinking with his face to the water, sit to the other side." 300 lapped with their tongue from their cups' hands. All the rest knelt to drink. God said to Gideon, "I'll use 300 men who lapped at the stream to save you from Midian into your hands. All the rest must go home." After Gideon took the provisions and trumpets, he sent all the Israelites home. He took up the positions with 300. The camp of Midian stretched out below the valley. That night, God told Gideon, "Get up and go down to the camp. I've given it to you. If you have any doubts about going down, go down with Harod, your armor bearer. When you hear what they're saying, you'll be bold and confident." He and his armor bearer, Harod, went down to the place where sentences were posted. Midian and Amak. All the estimators were spread out on the plain like a swarm of locusts, and all their camels passed counting like grain of sand on the seashore. Gideon arrived just in time to hear a man tell his friend a dream. He said, "I had this dream. A loaf of barley bread tumbled into the Mennonite camp. It came to the tent, and it hit so hard it collapsed. The tent fell. His friend said, "This has to be the sword of Gideon, son of Joash, the Israelite. God has turned Midian, the whole camp, over to him." When Gideon heard the telling of this dream and its interception, he dropped to his knees before God in prayer. Then he went back up to Israelites' camp and said, "Get up and get going. God has given us the Mennonite army." He divided the 300 men into 3 companies. He gave each man a trumpet and an empty jar with a torch in the jar. "Watch me and do what I do. When I get to the edge of the camp, do exactly what I do. When I and those with me blow the trumpets, you'll also all around camp blow your trumpets and shout for God and for Gideon." Gideon and his 100 men got to the edge of camp at the beginning of the middle watch, just after the sentries had been posted. They blew the trumpets all at the same time, smashing the jars they carried. All 3 companies blew their trumpets and broke the jars. They held the torches in their left hands and the trumpets in their right hands, ready to blow, and shouted, "A sword for God and for Gideon." They were stationed all around the camp, each man at his post. The whole Mennonite camp jumped to its feet. They yelled and fled when the 300 blew the trumpets. God aimed each Mennonite sword against his companion all over the camp. They ran for their lives to Beth-Neha toward Zariah to the border of Meholah, near Tabitha. Israelites relied from Nepali, from Asher, and from all over Manesh. They had Midian on the run. Gideon sent messengers through the hill country of Ephraim, urging them, "Come down against Midian, capture the lords of the Jordan at Beth Baha." So all the men of Ephraim railed and captured the fords of Jordan at Baha. They also captured the 2 Mennonite commanders, Orab and Wolf. They killed Orab at Raven Rock. Zeb. They killed Wolf at Winepress, and they presented the pursuit of Midian. They bought the heads of Oreb and Zeb to Gideon across the Jordan. Thank you for listening, and God bless.